So let's start with the Q collection. Q means great in Japanese, like a belt in martial arts like karate. This is where most people should start, and there is no shame in that game. The core is stainless Austin steel wrapped in 46 layers of Damascus. This is brilliant for beginners because it forgives mistakes. And those hammer marks you see, that's Tsujima finishing. Looks incredible, but most importantly, it stops your carrots, potatoes from gluing themselves to the blade. At 60-61 on the hardness scale, Q is already harder than most Western knives you'll find. Most cooks are used to knives around 56-58. Those few extra points make a proper difference. Your edge lasts weeks or months instead of days. Then we have Kata, which in Japanese is for form. Those practical movements in martial arts, for example. This knife teaches you proper technique. This is Nakiri, but we sell those in Santoku, Bunka, Petty. Now you're using VG10 stainless steel. More sophisticated, higher performance, needs a bit more respect. The 3-layered construction gives you this gorgeous visible core along the edge. Kata holds its edge significantly longer than Q. Most of our home cook customers tell us they sharpen those 2-3 times a year. The hammer finish on that upper portion does exactly the same as Tsujima, and it does exactly the same as Q, which prevents food from sticking on the blade. And this polished core creates this beautiful contrast. Okay, so we have Q, Kata, and now we have Ryu. Ryu means flow. That zone you get into when everything just works. Full Damascus across the entire blade now, 33 layers of it. Still VG10 at the core, but wrapped in this glowing Damascus. Those layers aren't just for show, they create tiny serrations that help with food release. Plus, let's be honest, they are absolutely beautiful. And like all of our knives, no Ryu knives have identical patterns because that's how Damascus and the handle type works. Here we have hardness of up to 62-63. So Damascus flows across the blade like water. Japanese smiths call these patterns hada, and it takes serious skill to get them consistent. And then we have Niji collection, which means in Japanese rainbow. And once you see those under kitchen lights, you'll get it. Here we are layering different materials: stainless steel, brass and copper, creating these patterns that literally change color as you move them. The core is, prepare, 12 CR, 18 MOV. This steel plays perfectly with brass and copper. Different materials expand at different rates when heated, so getting them to work together without cracking or separating is proper engineering. Each Niji blade is completely unique. Brass gives warmth, copper adds richness, and steel, of course, provides strength. Customers tell us that their friends are always envying and ask where these came from. These are perfect for conversational starters that happen to cut brilliantly. Hang them on the magnetic rack on your wall and the effect is guaranteed. And even more premium is Shin, which means true or genuine. Many Michelin-starred chefs buy knives for their home kitchens, and this is often where they end up. The steel is SG2, also called R2 or Super Gold 2. This isn't your regular steel. It's made using powder metallurgy, which creates grain structure finer than anything traditional methods can achieve. 31 layers of Damascus cladding, each layer engineered for specific properties. Some add flexibility, others corrosion resistance. At 62-64 hardness on the Rockwell scale, most steels would shatter. And then we have the pan collection, the bread specialist. Pan looks very simple compared to our Damascus or cladded beauties, but they are perfect in their own way. The 1K6 high carbon stainless steel is precisely engineered with serrations. Each tooth is shaped specifically to grip crusts without tearing crumb. The 58-59 hardness gives the perfect balance. Hard enough that serrations stay sharp through hundreds of loaves, soft enough that hitting a hard crust won't chip the teeth off. Which of those collections is right for you? So be honest where you are. Q welcomes newcomers with forgiving steel and stunning looks. Kata rewards improving technique with superior edge retention. Ryu turns cooking into meditation through those mesmerizing Damascus patterns. Niji appeals to people who see their knives as functional sculpture. Shin serves cooks who want the absolute best and understand that exceptional tools require investment and care. And then we have pan, and if bread matters to you, nothing else comes close. Every Oishya knife comes with our lifetime guarantee. We believe tools this good should last generations. Your great-grandchildren should be using your knives. So, which collection speaks to you?